What's up, and welcome back to Captain Mike's Rigging Station, and welcome back to Tackle Tuesday. Guys, we've got a great one here today. I'm going to talk to you about a really awesome lure. It's not the one in my hand, by the way, but I want to remind you, Tackle Tuesday, this is it right here where we break it down, the good, the bad, the ugly, stuff that's really going to help you out there on the water, gear that's going to help you put more fish in the boat, tackle that's going to make you a more successful angler. And then of course there's the opposite. There's a lot of stuff floating around out there that just leaves me shaking my head. I just don't understand it. But nevertheless, we'll leave it to you to make a decision. What we want to do is just share all of that info with you. And remember, we also give it away to one of our followers. So make sure you're a member of Florida Sport Fishing TV Plus, like, share, all that good stuff, and you've got a chance to win a great lure today. Guys, what I'm holding in my hand is perhaps the most innovative trolling lure ever created. After I saw this thing swimming underwater with my own eyes, I made a decision that there is no more innovative, effective, advanced, high-performance trolling lure than this. This is called the Thunderstruck. It is such a unique design, has massive eyes, so much flash, and it really has just emerged as a must-have in the cockpit of big game sport fishing boats all over the world. Now, the lure, the Thunderstruck, is from Zacatak. Zacatak has a wide range of trolling lures, a whole variety of different head designs and styles, really ideally suited for not only specific positions in your trolling spread, but almost any position. They're all very, very versatile. Deadly effective on a wide range of game fish. However, it's a big lure. It's a big bait. And in a lot of areas, big baits just aren't the key to success. The forage, the primary forage is not always 10 to 12 inches, If you're targeting marlin, things to that nature, a large bait may be the way to go. But here in the Southeast, especially Florida Keys, South Florida, the forage is often a lot smaller, and we like to fish smaller baits. I certainly like to fish smaller trolling baits. So fortunately, Zacatak listened, paid attention. This is what these guys do. They didn't get to where they are by, not understanding the environment, the community, the angling community, and what they need to be more successful out on the water. And they've introduced a whole new series, but before I talk to you about it, I also want to mention to you that Zacatak, and there's a reason I'm telling you all of this, also has a stainless steel series of high-speed Wahoo trolling lures. So not only are they, I'm happy to say, leaders, in the acrylic type design, whatever that material is, I don't know. I'm not an engineer. All I know is it's indestructible and it catches fish. That's all that matters to me. But again, they also have that stainless series, heavy heads designed for high-speed Wahoo trolling with or without trolling leads. They're very effective, But once again, it's a heavy bait. It's a big bait designed for a very specific purpose. So while the brand is legendary and has a full arsenal, up until recently, there has been that gap. Well, not any longer. With the new introduction of the Extra Small series, everything that we could want in a bigger bait, all of that action, all of that fish catching appeal is now available to us in a much smaller package, in a much smaller profile, much lighter gear that we could fish with finesse, that we could fish with lighter tackle, targeting the species that we primarily pursue offshore here. Mahi-mahi, dolphin, right? The #1 targeted species across Florida offshore. Ideal bait, blackfin tunas, king mackerel, skipjack tunas, all of them. We're out there trolling them all, and these smaller baits are going to be deadly on these species, especially with the heritage, with the knowledge that comes from these world-class big game lures, all brought into a pocket size extra small lure that really is gonna help both you and I catch a lot of fish. So I wanna talk about them more carefully. I really wanna break it down here because I'm super excited about this. I've been waiting for these lures for a long time, okay? Now look, Zacatak has a wide range of lures, okay? And what they did, they made it even easier. They selected the top 3. The top 3 best-selling, best fish catching, that they chose. And I understand there may even be, a miniature version of a Thunderstruck maybe down the line. But putting that aside for a moment, they took 3 amazing designs that have been proven in 6 different colors in each and said, here it is. This is the range. This is what you need right here, okay? It makes the selection process really, really easy. I like that, okay? And yes, you still have a choice. Everybody likes vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. There should be choices, but you don't need 54 flavors of ice cream. You need what works. And you need also what you have confidence in. Certain guys have confidence in certain color baits, right? I could tell you I do. Pink, I love pink. Pink is absolutely one of my favorite lure colors. When it comes to a wide range of lures, pink has always been a favorite and very, very productive. So really like that. And by the way, the 3 different designs, we've got the sprocket, there's a roach, we've got the smoker, and we're gonna talk about these, all right? But I wanna really share with you what goes into making up an exciting trolling lure, okay? And clearly you could see the vibe that this Tackle Tuesday is taking already. You could see where I'm going. This is not a, zero. This is an absolute hero right here. And I'm happy to say it, proud to say it, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna, look, don't take my word for it. Do the research, ZacatacLures.com, all right? Get out there. See what these lures are catching. And if you're one of the guys who prefers pulling these artificial skirted type lures, then you'll understand why I'm so excited. I like also to catch fish on artificial baits, I always prefer, if I can fish an artificial, for me that reward is so much greater. So certainly you can go out there and drag a ballyhoo and be successful, of course. It's a staple, it's something we all do. But pulling that right there and fooling a predator into eating that, catching a beautiful fish on that, that's art. That's something special right there, it really is. So let's look at this lure first of all, right out of the package. What does the package say? Handcrafted big game lures. Fact, I'm telling you what, in Florida, these guys put these together. By hand here in Florida. So right out of the gate, winner, okay? It's not some knockoff, it's not some whatever that's coming from overseas, all right? This is literally made in Florida. So that gives me a tremendous amount of confidence right there, okay? Let's see, this is the Hot Pinky. That's what that color's called. Absolutely adequate for that, the Hot Pinky. Captivate, conquer. When every second on the ocean matters, you need to take the upper hand. Zacatak Lures, built with precision to make every moment count. Let's take a look at that. Is that in fact built with precision? Let's see if they can back this up. Is that lure built with precision? As I sit here and I inspect it right here in front of you, okay, every little detail of this bait is absolutely flawless. There is no scratches, there are no indentations, there's no faults in the head. And that's huge because faults in that head result in a lure that doesn't track properly. Okay, so understand that if it's not perfectly uniform, if the shape is off, that's gonna have a negative impact. And that's where a lot of times knockoffs and cheap lures, they affect you in that negative way and you don't even know it. So precision is vital out on the water. There's no little burrs, left over. Everything is absolutely perfectly finished. This is a double skirted lure. The skirts are cut and, I don't know, adhered or however it is that they're attached, not for me to figure out. It's just flawless. The skirt combination is incredible. So lifelike. So you want to talk about precision, and wait a second, let's talk about that rigging. Let's talk about that for a second. 7/0 stainless steel mustad hook right there. Short little piece of cable, heat shrink. Those connections are flawless. They're absolutely flawless. I cannot rig a lure better than these guys. You cannot rig a lure better than these guys. I've said it before on their larger baits that we've talked about, and the same, clearly, that same attention to detail has gone into these extra small baits. Look at it, okay? Don't take my word for it again. I mean, inspect it yourself. It could not be any better. That gives me a lot of confidence, guys. A lot of confidence out there on the water, you know? And I'm telling you, it's rare you come across something that exceeds your expectations, that lives up to the hype. This is one of those things. Let's keep going. Let's see. Lumo glow eyes. The luminescent glow eyes imitate the bioluminescence of a distressed baitfish, which fire up angry pelagics. That's not a gimmick. That's not just a line of whatever BS. That's 100% true. Eyes play a huge role in trolling lures. Anybody out there is gonna tell you that. Eyes are so important. They trigger that strike. And big, large, glowing eyes, and trust me, they glow. I put it to the test. I previously held them up to the light. I'm telling you, they glow. So, and big eyes, really an important factor in any trolling lure. So they nailed that one. Premium quality skirts, handcrafted in the US with vibrant color, glitter, UV, and glow additives. And once again, they're right. Look at all of that glitter. Can you see that right there? Look at all of that glitter in that skirt. There's glow embedded in there. There's this pattern, this fishy pattern that I love. You could almost see those bands. You know, when you look at a bait fish, when you look at a juvenile dolphin that's about to get eaten, whatever it is, they have these bands that light up, you know, their whole body lights up. And I feel like that's exactly what that lure does in the sunlight as it's tracking right below the surface. Not only is it swimming amazingly well, tracking just like a escaping bait fish, terrified for its life, okay, but it's also essentially flashing and putting out all sorts of light and emitting all sorts of distress signals that just scream, come eat me, come eat me, okay? So I'm telling you, they nailed it as far as that's concerned. Holographic foil insert creates a reflective flash, drawing the attention of your target species to your lure. Bring on the action. There it is. Bring it on, baby, because there it is, right there. The entire head is just loaded in this flashy foil that as you turn that in the light, once again, it's flashing. It brings the lure to life. This is not an ordinary trolling lure that you just put behind the boat. Somebody took a head, a clear acrylic head, they threw a solid color skirt on it, said pull this behind the boat and you're gonna catch fish. And you do, because even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. But that's not what this is. This is engineered to catch fish. This is thought about. Every detail has gone into this to really mimic prey in the very best way possible, okay? And they did all the work for you, for me, for you, okay? And then they narrowed it down and said, hey, here's 3 head designs in 6 of our best colors, ready to go, rigged, 8 feet, 130-pound monofilament, as I mentioned, 7/0 stainless steel hook. Everything's crimped, everything has chafing gear. It could not be any better. It honestly couldn't. How do I fish it? How do I fish this extra small lure? Look, here's a smoker, and I want to show you this pattern too, all right? Tell me how sick this is, how absolutely awesome this is. This is called the smoker. It has this little bit of a longer head than what I just showed you right there, but concave. A little cup face, so you know it's going to put out tremendous action. Once again, precision, precise. It is absolutely perfect. Double skirted with greens and silvers, and look at all of that glitter in those specks. What is that I'm holding right there in my hand? You may see a piece of plastic or something. No, that's a juvenile dolphin. That's what that is right there. That's a 6-inch little juvenile dolphin, 6 to 7 inches. All of these lures are about 7 inches, okay, these extra small series. And as you track that through the water at 6 to 10 miles an hour, ideal trolling speed for these. Certainly on a calm day, you can pull them even faster. You know, if it's bumpy and you need to slow down a little bit, that's okay as well. They're still gonna swim well. So a full range of speed, but if I had to narrow it down, it would certainly be in that 6 to 10. And I'm more of the 8 to 10. I like to pull these baits a little bit faster. They stay in the water, they track perfect, they'll come out and breathe and do exactly what they need to do, all right? But man, I absolutely love that bait right there. I cannot wait to pull that thing. I'm waiting for this 25-knot wind to just completely diminish and get out there and pull a spread of these. How am I fishing it? Chaos 6'6" rod, rated for 30 to 60 pound line, okay? Just an ideal light to medium duty stand-up trolling rod. It's really all this is. We've got the Winthrop butt. It's not an adjustable butt. We're not fishing a bent butt here. This is literally a stand-up rod. You could fish bait or, of course, perfect for trolling, you know, a 6 to 7 inch Zacatak. Absolutely ideal. Matched to a Tiagra 20. Beautiful reel, nice balanced outfit, loaded with 30-pound diamond line in the high vis, as you can clearly see, and that's chartreuse. But there's also a top shot. We also add 25 feet of super clear, okay, in 80 pounds, just a top shot, just to give it a little bit more stealth, okay, that's all. Finished off with a 150-pound diamond ball bearing rotary snap swivel right there. And that's it, that's the whole thing. That's how you do it, right there. And no matter where you put that in your trolling spread, you're gonna catch fish. So I wanna take a second and just personally thank Zacatak, because again, this is something that I felt was missing out of their range, was the smaller baits, okay? For guys like me, I'm not gonna go out there every day and pull a bait like that. That's just not my fishery out here. That's my fishery out here. So I can't wait to put these to the test. Guys, remember, this one right here, what do we got? Purple haze, love it. Look at that, perfectly mimics a bonita, a blackfin, whatever it may be. That's in the smoke ahead, a little bit of a different design, equally as effective. It's yours right now, it's yours. Share, comment, make sure you're a member of Florida Sport Fishing TV Plus. We're gonna pick a name later today and you're gonna go out there and crush them on this. I'll see you next Tuesday.